living colors. Yeah. Another day, still decimal places. But before we even start my question, we could just talk about rounding off them. It just mean, for example, so we're given 3. Alright, so in between you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Alright, so is 3 nearer to, is 3, the position, is 3 nearer to 0 or to 10? 0. So that's what rounding off is basically. It's like the nearest one. That's all the first about. So like if so let's say they give us 15. Okay. So they give us 16. And then so round off to the nearest 10. What it means is like if it's closer to 10 or 20. You see? Yeah. So you know, see that of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then you have 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's actually the position, yeah. So they're nearer to 20. So that's what I'm come with the rule and say. If it's 5 or greater, you round up. So if it was 15, they would say 15 is closer to 20 than to 10, because it's easier to get up. So if it's 5 and over, you round up. If it's 4 and less, you round down. Alright, so that's the principle behind it. I read the distance you look on. Alright, so I could look on some numbers, examples. Alright, so you have to the nearest tens, so you can have to the nearest 100. So let me just ask you them question here. Say 40, 53, 49. Alright, to the nearest 100. Is this closer to 100 or to 0? 0, because of 40, right? Alright, what about this one? 53. Remember, you know, once it reach half, like 50, yeah, so that 5 will be 50. You see? So this, you round this up, so it's closer to 100. What about 49? Decimal places.
2.
No. 1, because it's defined as how many numbers come after. So this is decimal point. So after the decimal point, you count them 1, 2. See? 1. So this is 1 decimal. Let me try to check on it now. Let's say we have 0.354. How many decimal places? 3. Remember, you know, it's after the decimal place. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but you're trying to shape it like you're not sure. So it's 3 decimal place. So whenever they like, what CSEC like to do, they like to give you something like this. Let me say 0.35 times 0.26, and I'm asking you to round it to 2 decimal places. So what you have to do is to find the product. So you multiply 0.35 times 0.26, and then when you get your answer, you round it off to only 2 decimal places. So when you multiply this, you will get 4 decimal places, because look, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you multiply it, you will get 4 decimal places. However, you will be required to round it off to only 2 decimal places. So we're going to look upon that. When I'm going to look upon 2 decimal places, we're going to round it off to 1 and 3. Alright? And let's see. Can I use that as an example? You bring a calculator, Shane? Yeah, go on. If you come much closer.
Sir, may I make a
Oh, yeah, I'll wait. Alright, so this the exact answer is 0.0910. Even though the one under the 0 under there, them just drop it off. They like to do that. You see, once you multiply a number, this tells you how many decimal places you have. So 4 places of it up. But normally the calculator drop off the 0. But if you should multiply it manually, this is what you would get. So let us look at, say we're going to round it off to 3 decimal places first. 3 decimal places first. Alright. So because we're going to round it off to 3 decimal places, I'm just rewrite it because I want to demonstrate this. 0.910. It means that after the decimal place, how many points you must, how many places you must, how many numbers you must have after the decimal point?
2.
If it's 3 decimal places, how many? Ishante, what should I say? Remember, you know, it's this. No, what is 4 decimal places. So we're gonna round it off to 3. So if we round it off to 3 decimal places, it means only 3 numbers must come after the decimal point. So see it? 1, 2, 3. Alright. So what you're gonna do to get it, come to the 4th number. If it's 5 or over, you add 1 to this, to the one before it. If it's 4 or less, you just drop it. So is 0 less than 5? So you just drop it. So it would be, to 3 decimal place, it would be 0.091, and that would be your answer for 3 decimal places. Alright, we're gonna run it off to 2 decimal places now. So it's the same procedure. Let me just rub off this. Thank you. You get it already. Good job. So it's 0.091. Just rewrite it, and you want only 2 decimal places. So it means that we go to the 3rd one. If the 3rd one is higher, is equal to or higher than 5, we add 1. So this is less than 5, so we just drop it, 0.09. And this is 2 decimal places. Alright, let us look at 1 decimal place. So, how many numbers must come after the decimal point? Remember, you know, if you want only decimal place, means 1 number come after the decimal point. If it's 2 decimal place, only 2 number can come after the decimal point. Now this is the decimal point.
Yeah.
So if you want 1 decimal place, how many numbers must come after the decimal point? 1. Alright. But right, now could just rewrite it back. You go to which number? The 2nd number after the decimal point. Because you not consider them here, you know. Consider in this 9, right? So is 9 higher than 5 or lower than 5?
Higher.
Higher. So when it's higher, what you have to do?
Add 1.
Yeah. So you add 1 to this one. So it will be 0.1. And that's 1 decimal place. We're gonna look at some more. This is like a hidden topic. Most times in trigonometry, geometry, when you calculate, you will be required to round it off to 2 decimal place or 1. They will tell you. And you know you have like significant figures and so. And we're going to look on that one next day. On non-zeros and so. So we're going to look on some more examples. And then we can shell down the place. Alright, take down that. Take down those. Here.
software, yeah, software. But some of some factors are last night, so we are trying to get to that. We have last night, so we are supposed to actually get research on it.
That's a them people are come.